Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video I'm going to give a little update on, hopefully I can keep it straight, on my health all around. Things like today, I was supposed to go to physical therapy. Unfortunately, I couldn't sleep at night. This is the second night in a row that I really didn't get much sleep. Last night it was probably about 2 hours over the nighttime. And the reason is because I sleep on my sides. If I sleep on my back, I haven't been able to for decades because it's like I haven't been tested for it, but I would say it's sleep apnea. Okay, I stop breathing. You have to catch my breath, all that. And now it's that I sleep on my sides, and because of this, I've had some weight loss. As soon as I bragged about it, that it was 1 pound a day, because of the Lasix, and I had heart failure. That's why they put two cardiologists. They didn't call it congestive heart failure. They called it heart failure. And it says it's the warning. It's basically, to sum it up, paraphrase, use a word. It's not, the worst part is a warning, fair warning to me to shape up. But they put me on Lasix. Anyway, one put me on it, the other one keeps me on it. Just recently, just this month, March 2025. Yeah, just earlier this month, and there was significant, 14 pounds. I mean, some people see that significant, some not. But that weight loss that came off, and then it stopped. I'm on Lasix every day. Nothing's going on. It's, a few ounces here and there, but that's about it. And, a few pounds, to say. And, or a portion of a pound. That's what, a 0.8 or a 0.2. Up and down, something like this. And, you do it the same time every day, and all that. And it's very frustrating because it was going so well. And overall, I gained quite a bit. It was like 1.2 or 1.8 shy of 50 pounds. Okay, and they were saying that, yeah, it's a fluid, So I don't know. I don't know. And why it has stopped. There are so many reasons why it could have been, including a food. One food from one restaurant, which not supposed to eat at restaurants, not hardly ever, and I don't. I cook at home because of this. Don't use too much salt. Like they tell me, that's for me. That's not anybody else being told. That's me being told. A rare health condition, and what happens with me might not be the same as somebody else, and vice versa. So anyway, so it's not for anybody but me. In this, what they're telling me. Stress that. Some people, you wouldn't believe what some people say, but anyway, the whole thing was, the whole weight loss was great, like I'm saying, except for one thing. It took the weight off my hips. Like I was saying, I sleep on my sides, either my right side or my left side. Well, the right side has started hurting. But it had been hurting before I went to the ER that day and got diagnosed and all that. And now it's just worse. It's hard for me to sleep at night, to sum it up, because of, I have to roll over on the other side, and then the other side's hurting now. And my hips are hurt, and the whole... I have muscle atrophy because of a rare health condition in my hamstring muscles. So all of that is just not built up, and physical therapy will cause me some, it wasn't pain, but now it's all painful. So it's a mess. So anyway, I was pretty upset because I had to cancel another physical therapy session, and because I couldn't sleep. And I really don't know what I'm going to do about that. I spoke to my physical therapist, and I told her I really don't know what to do about this, because I cannot predict when I'm not going to be able to sleep, when it's going to be too painful for me to sleep at night. And I really can't. She understood. And I said, I don't even know if I change it to where it's late in the day. In my physical therapy, each time I go would be late in the day. And then that's going to work for me because she has openings until later in the day. If that's going to work for me, because I don't know. I mean, it's unknown. So what do you do? And I have to have some kind of exercise program in order for this to start working for me, you see, to where I can sleep. Because trust me, this has been I don't mean trust me, your situation could be very different. I mean, if you were in that situation, but I'm telling you, for me, not being able to sleep, this is awful. And the thing about it is, I have this edema, swelling, and it's not just for me, the swelling is not just, the ankles, feet, and bottom part of the legs. It got up to where it was up in my hamstring, that area. When I went to the hospital, I couldn't breathe, walking, hardly could breathe, couldn't sleep because of breathing also. From what I understand, and I am not a healthcare guru, I'm not a voice of authority at all. I could be wrong on all of what I'm saying, but what they told me was like having fluid in my lungs, and from the swelling, this almost 50 pounds, it's also in my stomach. I went through this, started 2 years ago complaining about it, had to go to the ER 3 times in 2023, I don't know how many times last year, 2024, and this year, it's because of weird stuff too. Like one of them was really gross. It was, fair warning, really gross. Even the cardiologist went, ooh. My stomach swelled up so bad. I'm 61 years old, and I looked like I was 9 months pregnant. And no, 61 years old. And I tell them that. So this is not me. I'm way back here, pointing way back behind the swelling. And it was like they weren't listening. Like, the ones that actually did this, some of them did this over all these years. I'm like, where are they? Why aren't you there listening to me? Like they're in some other world. I call it somebody off texting somebody in their mind, and they're not really there paying attention to what's in front of their face. And I'm telling you, I've become very upset with this stuff because I finally got diagnosed, earlier this month after all this time. But the gross stuff, I said gross stuff, was when I first started complaining about it, the swelling in my stomach and all that, and then plus the edema in my legs and all, feet. I was having the gross stuff happening, which was blood and some kind of fluid coming out of my navel. And it was there for them to see. I didn't have insurance when it first started in 2023. And you talk about being treated horribly. Not even cleaning it, not even bandaging it, nothing. I had to ask for some gauze, and the office manager walked in and handed the office manager. What the heck is an office manager doing in the ER? But she walked in and handed me some and walked out. No tape, nothing. This is a hospital ER? I went back 3 times. And Adam went with me the second time. And he was like, what did they say? Did they say anything? Because it's like crickets. Like I didn't exist. They were off texting someone in their mind. They were, I didn't have a health insurance. I'm going to keep saying that. And they weren't paying attention. They don't have to answer somebody who doesn't have health insurance. Yeah, you do. From what I understand, yeah, you do. I'm not going to act like a voice of authority anymore. I used to do medical billing. And, unless something's drastically changed. But anyway, that was pretty gross. And what I called it would be what many people would call it, besides the blood. And that they didn't correct me in the next year, 2024, last year. One of them said it was this, and then this year, I see this cardiologist, the second one, not the one at the ER, but the one that's my cardiologist now, for this whole situation. And he was like, ooh, And he said, I don't know what that would be. Some kind of fluid that protects the body? Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, my goodness, the doctor that a lot of the stuff is coming up was an ER doctor. Last year I saw, and some this year. One then finally told me, I think it was earlier this year, finally told me I should have been going to this other hospital of theirs. Why didn't anybody tell me that before? It's what I said to him. Why hasn't anybody said that? But I'm finding that some of the things he told me that were so wrong. Like this, he was the one that told me it's some kind of fluid that the body creates to protect itself. What the crap? What am I dealing with, And that I do have insurance for. So, you see. So anyway, to get back around to it, like this cardiologist I saw, he did some tests, and I saw my test results on the portal, and he saw one of them, and he just kind of stopped and skipped forward. Well, he shouldn't have. He should have gotten me a referral, and he didn't. And so I'm not too thrilled with that. And to just skip it because he didn't want to, say anything about it. Oh, 2 times he did something like that. Another one, he said, well, I'll let your doctor, your regular PCP talk to you about that. Well, something's got to change because I can't sleep. And like I was saying, I can't sleep at night, and that's the worst thing. I can't sit up in a chair. I can't because of the edema. And nobody's telling me, well, how long can I? When do I have to go and elevate my legs? How do I know that? I've asked all this time, all these years, not getting any answer. It's like they're not going to put their name on it. They're not going to be the one to tell you. Even the thing about insulin, I started taking insulin the year before. I tell them some things that happen. It's crickets. Overall, I would say crickets. Some of the things about what was going on with my navel was so stupid stuff they were telling me like maybe I was cleaning it out too harshly. No. Okay, I've had this for 61 years. Well, then I was, 59? And no. One of them was my umbilical cord never closed when I was a baby. Just some of them were so stupid. And there actually is something like that. And another woman, she kind of laughed, but said, yeah, well, there is something like that. But she looked very doubtful about it. And just kind of like the stories I've been told, the things I've been told was kind of funny to her. That she caught it. They were being just jerks. They're not going to put their name on it. They're not going to diagnose. So anyway, to get back to this, something has to change. Not being able to sleep right, it's not good. It's just not good. Not be able to sleep at night. I sleep during the day. Sometimes I'll catch, a couple hours here, an hour there. But now, at this point, I have in the past, and just recently I was able 2 nights in a row to sleep like a good chunk of the night. But then it started hurting my hips. And part of it is that weight loss. That's where part of it that the weight loss came from. Before it was filled with fluid or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an expert. But that's what it seemed like. It had a cushion. Now it doesn't have the cushion. And so anytime I sleep, I have to go from one side to the next side, back to the next side, back to the back, like that. And that could be every few minutes. You think I'm going to get sleep tossed and turned like that? And I'm awake. I think the sleep I get is because I'm just so exhausted. My brain just shuts down, even with the pain. So that's where I'm standing today. There are so many other things that, like my hips are hurting. It's not just think on the side, on your side, when you lay on your side around your hips and the hip bone. I don't even know what you call it, but that bone that sticks out. And that part of the leg, the upper part of the leg, like the lap on the sides, you know, this it's just like, it feels like it's just me to the muscle, and me to the bone. Very little muscle. That's the atrophy that I'm supposed to be working on. But what is it doing anything? Is it going to do anything at my age? It's going to do much enough. I don't know. You know, I've tried everything. I've had 2 new mattresses that were, call them bouncy houses. 2 of the, what are they called? Pillow tops. You know, one of them was just like a foam inside, you know, inside of something, but just a foam that put on the top of the bed and, you know, attach it to the bed, top of the bed. And the other one was more like a, like, you know, the fitted sheet, but it had the foam, the pillow top. None of this stuff worked. And I also would fold up blankets and put them underneath where my hip would be, different ways, you know, 1 or 2, just to try to make it softer. My bed is already a soft mattress. One of them was a medium mattress, but the other 2 are soft mattresses. Nothing was working. And I'm like, I don't, you know, the physical therapist asked me, she goes, are you doing the pillow thing? And I'm thinking, I know what she means. I said, yeah. But maybe it's so difficult to do that because of that weight gain also. And it's not all in the stomach. It was, like I said, it was in different parts, but I think the part that really is affecting me now is because, you know, around the hips, you know, and the abdomen. That's like the stubborn part that doesn't want to move. And even the skin, the actual skin on my abdomen got hard. Some of it, like really, like it toughened up. I'm not kidding. It got tough, and it hurts to sit down. Sometimes, you know, like just my stomach, you know, the stomach area, like somebody would call it. With the hard parts of the skin, just feels like it's eating into me. It's weird. Yeah. So anyway, I thought I'd just give this kind of little update. And the weight that was going off because of the congestive heart failure, which they didn't call it, the 2 cardiologists, the one in the ER and the one that's my regular one, they didn't call it that. They just called it heart failure, and both of them acted like this is just like the beginning of it, and it's warning you, that kind of thing. And okay, I just got distracted by the car. And a lot of people do it. They go down and they turn around right in the road. But here too, right to the left of me, you don't see the road, but yeah, I got distracted by that. But you know, the water weight, the fluid weight, I bragged about it. Not bragged, I mentioned, you know, hey, it's about almost a pound a day. Well, that stopped after 14 pounds. Yeah. And I don't know if it's something I ate. Because there was one thing that I questioned, that I have questioned in the past, I think a couple of times over, like, say 6 months or something. I've eaten it a couple of times, other times, and I'm like, it was from a particular restaurant, and I was, you know, like, anytime I eat this, it seems like my body has a negative reaction. And what I think it is that they, maybe they cook with, you know, however it's put, MSG, and it makes me wonder. It does, and I had that again after those 14 days. I tried that food, just tried it, and that's when the weight loss stopped. And now it seems it's kind of might be starting up again, but we'll see. I mean, it was probably, let's see, today is Thursday, so it was probably maybe Friday or Saturday. It was when I asked Adam, it was him who wanted that, and he said, let's share it. And then we got in there, and he said, no, you know, he got his own, so I got one. He says, get this for mine, and I just tried it. You know, he had 2 for more than one day. A meal, whatever, dude. But yeah, you know, I tried it, and I wanted to on purpose to see, and I think I saw really fast. But it's that what anyway. That's enough. And I'm tired still, all the time. Quite often tired, but that's because I'm not getting sleep too. I'm guessing it could be still I'm on one pill that says it causes tiredness, and I went from being on, and this is for blood pressure. I went from being on, let's see, 7 a day to now I'm on 7 of different pills, 7 of 3 different. Okay, 2, I take of 1, 2, then 2. It was 2, then 2, and 3. Different, 2 of this one, 2 of that one, 3 of another. Okay, and now I'm down to 2, and then 1, and none of the 3. So, you see what I'm saying? So I'm improving on that. Still tired quite often. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. It's getting really busy here, so I just thought I'd do that. I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.